What's up everybody? So today we have something really special for you guys. This is the Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition. Fans have been asking for this for a really long time and Ubisoft has finally done it. They are bringing Assassin's Creed to Japan. So before we get into what's inside this box, let's take a look at what's on the outside. So first up, we have the iconic Assassin's Creed logo. So as you can see, a cool detail is that they've actually incorporated the Japanese elements here in the form of the brushstrokes. So Ubisoft has actually done this for previous games too, with the axes for Valhalla and the gears for Syndicate. So it's cool that they are keeping this trend going. So over here we have Yasuke and Naoe. If you look at the side of the box, this is Yasuke's name in kanji, and on the other side of the box we have Naoe's name. And on the back, here's everything that comes in the Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition. So with that out of the way, let's open it up and see what's inside. Once the sleeve is removed, it's actually in a box with no similar logos except a bigger version on the back. So as you can see, there's the game over here, and I assume this is the Steelbook, and this is upside down, but it should be the art book. Sleeve is upside first. This is the big one. Alright, so let's take a look at everything that comes inside the box. Of course, you have the game for the PlayStation 5. Not only that, but you have a Steelbook too. This Steelbook features both Naoe and Yasuke. And inside, you have a nice image of one of the regions in the game with Naoe over there. And over here, you have what I believe are the lithographs. Yep, so this is Naoe and Yasuke. We also have an art book which features some really cool in-game art. Yasuke, here's one of his weapons, the Teppo rifle and the Kanabo. And not forgetting, here's Naoe looking over a city. And you have a map. So this will show all of the game's 9 regions. So you can see over here, there's Iga, Omi, Setsu. Yep, so these are all the places you can explore in the game. And over here, you have a really nice fabric scroll as well. And lastly, for all the small stuff, this is Naoe's sword guard, and it even comes with a holder here so that you can display it. Moving on to the centerpiece of the set, this is the Naoe and Yasuke statue. Let's crack this open. So it comes in 2 pieces, as well as some really cool looking banners at the bottom. So let's take a closer look at the details of each piece. So over here we have Yasuke. So you can see he's decked out in really cool samurai armor, as well as his katana over here. So let's take a look at the details. So over here we have, of course, the crest of the Oda clan, as well as some really nice armor paneling here. There's a really cool detail over here. It is actually game accurate. You can see a piece of his armor here is actually chipped off. Of course, as a samurai, he's been to a lot of battles. So obviously his armor isn't going to be so pristine. So you can see, there's chips, there's cuts, and all sort of battle damage. So let's take a look at the other details here. We have boot laces. Let's spin him around. You can see the back of his armor has some really cool engravings of trees and what I believe to be something that he uses to hold his pole arm when it's not in use. We have a cloth tied around his waist. And of course, every samurai has 2 blades, the longer katana and the shorter wakizashi blade. So taking a look at the ground details of this statue, so you can see that the ground is littered with stuff like kunai, there's a katana over here, as well as what seems to be the helmet of a fallen foe. There's also a stone lantern, which I assume Naoe would be attached to, but we'll find that out later. And of course, even the stone lantern is pretty intricately detailed with what I believe to be moss covering it. And this is Yasuke. So moving on to Naoe. And here she is. So let's take a closer look. So of course, she's holding the Kusarigama weapon, which is kind of like a scythe and a flail combined together. It's a chain weapon, so it wraps all around her. But that's not the only thing in her arsenal though. She does have a short version of a katana on her back, as well as some kunai at her side, what I believe to be distraction bells or smoke bombs. And of course, she also has the hidden blade on her wrist. So yeah, looking pretty cool. Alright, so let's bring the two side by side for a comparison here. Yep, so you can see that Yasuke is much taller than Naoe is, even though he is, squatting and not standing up straight, which, is game accurate because Yasuke is huge in the game. So yeah, of course, the two pieces will attach to form a larger diorama, so I believe it attaches here, and there we go. So yeah, once pieced together, it forms like a pretty cool sort of like an action sequence with Naoe in mid-leap and Yasuke of course adopting a defensive stance. But this isn't even the completed statue yet because it also comes with two banners. So let's take a look here. So these are bamboo banners with some really cool detailing in terms of, the simulation of like it flapping in the wind is not just a flat piece. So this is the Oda crest once again. And we have another version over here which is decked out in black. So let's fit these banners onto the statue. So the red one goes here and the black one goes here. And here we have the completed statue. Overall, a pretty cool looking statue, especially considering, the dynamic poses, the amount of weapons each character has, as well as the details of the sculpt. So let's compare this to the previous Assassin's Creed Collector Edition statue, which is the Assassin's Creed Mirage statue over here with Basim. So you can see that Basim is slightly larger than both Yasuke and Naoe, which kind of makes sense since, this set has two characters and this set has one. I think that's a pretty good compromise, but overall actually the Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition has slightly more details, especially considering all the stuff laid out on the ground and the extra components like the banners. So yeah, really solid statue overall. And there you have it, the Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition. Overall, a pretty substantial set. Not only do we have the statue and the game, if you're into art, you have the art book. If you want something else to display, you also have this sword guard over here. And if your room needs an extra touch of Japanese flair, you have the scroll as well. So this is what we have for the Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition. Which was your favorite part of this collection? And if you're planning to pick up the game, who's gonna be your main? Naoe or Yasuke? Let us know in the comments down below. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. And for more videos like this, check these out.